he's coming. He's on his way.
Who?
Tim Hubbard. Warren, would you lead us off in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Tim Hubbard is here. He's in his office.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, I see Bishop Sellers not here, but Father Larry's here.
Take his place. He's on retreat.
Oh, good.
He's on retreat. He asked me to do this
To
for him.
do our invocation.
We come before the Lord our God this day with joyful hearts and hopeful hearts. We also pause for a moment of silence to remember the 15th anniversary of 9/11 that is soon approaching. For the thousands who lost their lives and for the families that were affected by the loss of life. For those who responded to help and assist and are suffering the effects of aftermath. And for the construction workers, others who worked in that pile and have gotten sick. We continue to remember them and pray for them and encourage support for them. We also pray for the town of Riverhead, that we continue to move in good and positive ways. We ask for God's blessings upon this deliberation, upon all the decisions that are brought forth and that are made. We ask this because of our great trust in the God who loves us and cares for us. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Father Larry. We appreciate it from St. John the Evangelist, Roman Catholic Church in Riverhead. All right. I'd like to, Larry's getting my glasses, so.
I'd like to,
Oh, Harriet. Oh, you. Let's have Harriet come.
oh, Harriet's first? Okay.
Harriet. It's Labor Day. Well, it was Labor Day.
You have a song for us?
I've got two.
You got two songs. Oh, okay.
It's clear right there.
Two songs. Why don't you,
Then my glasses, I'd have to put every resolution in.
sing with us?
I can see it now. Thank you.
Harriet is out of the rehabilitation center and alive and kicking. Amen.
Yeah, we're kicking. Well, we're not exactly kicking, but we're getting.
She's had a rough year so far.
Yeah.
And she's still with us, so thank God.
Yeah, we're still here. We're still here.
She has had a rough year.
And the first line of this tells how things might go, and it didn't go that way, so proud to be an American. If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American where I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there isn't any doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time to stand and say, I'm proud to be an American where I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there isn't any doubt I love this land. God bless the USA! Yeah! You know, when I was in the care center, I was in the Riverhead Care Center for a while because I fell out of bed and got messed up. And there the goal was to stand up for 30 seconds to 1 minute and then go back in the wheelchair. And about a month ago when I was home, I got a phone call, and without realizing it, I was standing up talking on the phone for 1 hour. And I thought that's a little bit more than 1 minute. Well, I got one more song, and on the surface one might say, what does this have to do with Labor Day? What does it have to do with politics? That's what one might say, and one might say nothing. I say it has everything to do with it. Because here's a fantasy of hope. Here's real hope. And when I was in the care center, I only got one channel that came through on the television. Only one channel. All I got was CNN. And all I heard was all this, well, you know what you hear. So, this is a little different from that. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. Rainbows have nothing to hide, so we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me, who said that every wish will be heard and answered, and wished on a morning star. Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing and keeps us stargazing? What's so amazing and keeps us stargazing? What do we think we might say? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. It's something that I'm supposed to see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me.
So Harriet, who made that song famous?
Yeah, this was from the Muppet movie.
That's right, Kermit the Frog and
Kermit the Frog. I listened to the video. I saw how he sung the song, and we saw that the movie ended positive. And so let's stay positive, folks.
Harriet, thank you very much.
Thank you,
God
Harriet.
bless you.
Thank you.
All right,
Can I make a
John?
motion? Make a motion that we approve the minutes of the August 16th, 2016 meeting. So moved.
I'll second.
moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
Yes.
Wooten,
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
The minutes are approved.
No dog today, I just found out. No dog.
Okay. Under reports, the sewer district submitted their discharge monitoring report for July. The building department submitted their monthly report for August, and that was $40,903.75. Town clerk monthly report for August was $14,917.41. Correspondence, there was a letter from the Highlands at Acapulco, the homeowners association, and they sent a letter on behalf of the homeowners residing in the community requesting action by the town board to ensure the proper completion of the community infrastructure by use of the performance bond filed with the town of Riverhead. Under applications, a special permit, Joseph Gazzola, sorry, North Fork Auto Body Shop, building improvements at 26 Edgar Avenue in Accabook, and a parade permit for the Riverhead High School Homecoming Parade on October 8th.
Thank you. Any other town board reports?
I have a great report. So, we have upgraded the building department and code enforcement software. Training took place yesterday and today, and all the people in the departments are so excited that this software is up and they can better track the jobs that are happening in their building, in the building department and in code enforcement. And I really think it's going to create more efficiency. So I want to thank the board for authorizing the expenditure for the software upgrade, which I think was about close to $60,000, and say that everybody in town hall in those two departments is excited about it because they think that it will make their jobs more effective. So I want to thank the town board, and I want to thank everybody that helped me in this endeavor. It's been a long time, since 2014, that we've been trying to get this software. So I want to thank the supervisor for
You're very welcome.
voting for it, and I think
It's tough
that
to get money out of the supervisor.
I agree. And I can tell you that it's really going to make a difference in our code enforcement and our quality of life throughout the town. So I want to thank the rest of the board.
All right, any other committee reports, town reports?
Yeah.
No. All right, we have two public hearings. The first scheduled for 2:05. It is now 2:13. We'll open up the public hearing for the consideration of a petition by the developers by developers to allow public water to be provided to a proposed subdivision known as Old Orchard Subdivision at Baiting Hollow, Riverhead Water District Extension number 62R. And do we have representatives of the Riverhead Water District? Mr. Collins, you're going to come up and briefly present this. I guess Mr. Conklin's turning wrenches somewhere. It's getting warm out again, which means people are watering. We didn't get a lot of rain from that hurricane. Tropical storm, whatever.
This is for the extension of water mains for the Old Orchard subdivision located on Youngs Avenue, just to the west of the landfill. It's a 27 lot subdivision. Of those 27 lots, I believe 21 of them are going to be outside the district right now, with 6 or 7 being in the district currently. The plan calls for the extension of approximately 3,000 feet of new main, fire hydrants to service the subdivision, a couple connections to existing mains on Youngs Avenue on the subdivision next door, Mastro Court. As part of the project, they're also going to install an interzone connection to feed water down to the low pressure zone on off of Depot Road.
That's a benefit to us.
Yes. That will help supplement the existing fire flow in subdivisions off of Northwoods Court and Middle Road.
Oh, good. All right, this subdivision's been banging around for a really long time, probably back.
2000 as we did the first.
Yeah, so a lot of iterations in litigation and master plan, so 15, 16 years. All right, does anybody wish to be heard on this matter? Not seeing anybody.
I would like to say something. So, Youngs Avenue, 27 lots. You were before us a month ago saying that we need to spend $10 million to improve the water district, to provide water to the residents that we have that are currently connected. And now you're here saying that we should extend the water to 21 additional lots.
As part of the
Problematic.
report, we did ask that the developer implement water conservation efforts into the homes going there, including rain sensors, soil sensors, efficient plumbing fixtures, pressure reducing valves, so on and so forth. And you're right, yes, we expect 18,000 gallons per day to be used out there on average for the 27 homes. In the winter, fall, and spring, no problem. In the summertime, as you know, the system's already stressed. So I think as part of, approving this extension of water mains, it's also, you know, a commitment to the town to say, you know, we're gonna provide the water.
What I did is I had the very same conversation with water district personnel and our attorneys. We're stuck in a catch-22 here because this more or less was, the entire subdivision was approved, litigated, relitigated, litigated some more. But it was always, they always had a water availability letter as the precursor to allowing it to go forward. So if this had come to us now, early on, they probably would get a different response from Mark. But because of the tortured history, 15-year history of this subdivision, we would not be in a good position to not move
No,
forward.
but we're telling industrial developers that water is not available throughout the town. And yet we're saying that we'll provide water to 21 houses that could affect the school district and everything else that comes with it. And I just have to say, I have a serious concern because I don't know if I'm gonna ask you a question. If we say that water is not available, will Suffolk County Department of Health Services approve the subdivision based on 27 lots? Or will they cut it down significantly, in your opinion?
I think it's already been cut down once, or if not twice.
I'm asking you, will the health department approve this subdivision if the town of Riverhead says there's no water available for you?
I doubt it, no.
Okay.
And that's, Jody, in the future, as we go through, there aren't any subdivisions right now. I think there's 0 on the books or in the planning stages coming to us. But Mark Conklin is keenly aware of the fact that unless and until we do these upgrades, commit to these upgrades, that they will not be getting a water availability letter.
Okay, so in 2000, 16 years later, they came in with a subdivision.
No, they've had a subdivision the entire time through. Originally it was 54 lots, something like.
Plus or minus, yes.
Yeah, and so there
And then
was.
the master plan upgraded them to 2 acres. To where they
Well,
could cut down, they had to cut down the number of the lots based on the zoning that was put in place by the master plan.
I think what you would be a good idea to sit with the planning staff. I'll leave the public hearing open for comment to sit with the planning staff. It's a very long and tortured history that's going to require you to get legal advice. And it probably wouldn't be good to have all the conversation here.
Well, I believe in open government and sunshine laws and discussing it all in the public.
It's not sunshine law, it's
But-
putting us in that, well, then I'll tell you.
So
if
are you saying that we could get sued if we don't approve the subdivision because we don't give them water when they're not in the water district?
I'm saying
Sued
that.
twice.
What's that?
So far.
On
We've been
water?
sued twice.
On
Once-
water?
Once on, well, but we've been sued twice. Once
On
when
what?
the 2003 master plan was put in place and the town determined that at that point subdivisions had to comply with the updated master plan, although the zoning wasn't in place, they challenged that.
Okay,
And we're seeking to get their original approvals based upon, I think, a 1 acre yield as opposed to a 2 acre.
but they still weren't in the water district, even if they did have the current zoning under the master plan, correct?
What was the second one, Bill?
The second one was more recently when the planning board imposed a condition that they erect 4,000 linear feet of 6-foot high chain link fence along the open space areas.
Okay, so they don't wanna install fence to protect the open space areas.
They reached, there was a revised resolution to reduce it from 6 feet to 4 feet, and they've agreed to that.
And they're not in the water district currently.
Six of the lots are.
Yes, sir.
And I think there's a total of 27, is it 27?
It's 27, 6 are in right now.
Right.
Okay,
It would be a good conversation to have with planning board attorney, which is what I did prior to coming to the public hearing, because your concerns were my concerns, but we are not in a good position to say you can't hook up water after 15 years.
we don't have
of
water,
After 15 years of saying we have water.
but now we don't. Conditions have changed, lawns have grown, new subdivisions have come in that are connected to the water.
It's a
or-
conversation you should have with Dick Ehlers.
Okay,
Okay, does any other board member want to be heard? Does anybody from the public wish to be heard? Yes?
Just a question.
Father Duckler, you have to come up to the podium. You have special privileges, but it doesn't extend that far. If you could just state your name and
Larry
Hamlet.
Dunkley, 350, what am I address?
You don't live
356
off of
St.
Young's
John's
Road,
Place?
do you?
Huh? I didn't hear you.
I'm just kidding, go ahead.
I'm just curious, where do we get our water from, by the way?
There's underground aquifer, we pump it up, we have, what do we have, 17 wells, pump stations? 17.
So we get all our water from
From the
our
ground.
own area that we get?
Correct.
We don't import water from any other place?
No, we
Well, the water comes, we have interconnects with South, we have interconnects
But they
with
put a
Suffolk
limit,
County.
they put a limit on how much we can get? Is that what it is, or?
No,
We
it
have to
really-
pay more if we need
No,
more?
it comes down to it comes up to pumping capacity. This past January, July and August, we pumped, this is a record, folks, we pumped up 1 billion gallons in July and August. We've never hit that record before. So our pumps are running at full capacity. When we did the upgrade in 2010, we were supposed to have like a 10 or 15% reserve capacity. Well, because of the growth of the water district and the fact that a couple wells wound up having some issues with chlorides, salt, we lost some capacity. We had pumped up some old remnants of farm chemicals.
Basically, all I want to get at is, if we have a constraint on water usage, then that would affect any other future building, whatever, in the town needing water.
Correct.
Any housing and any business, anything.
That's why we have a $10 million upgrade. We did a $5.5 million upgrade in 2010.
That we can't afford.
What do you mean we can't afford?
That's why we're raising rates and lowering water usage. But go ahead.
Okay, so that's my question is that.
Wait
That-
a minute, because that's an inaccurate statement.
No,
So
it's not.
what is, Jody, you,
Because I have a problem with this. I have a problem with extending water district to serve properties that aren't in the water district, that couldn't be built without being attached to the water district. And we're looking at a $10 million upgrade and increased fees to all of our residents that are currently on public water to allow for expansion, to accommodate developers.
whether you.
Jody, this is a health reason too. I
No,
mean,
John, it doesn't have to
these
be
have to-
built. Doesn't have to be built. They could get 6 houses, that's it.
Even,
I don't-
Jody, even if we don't approve this subdivision with the 18,000 gallons, we still have to do the upgrade simply from the new senior housing that's come on board, the wells, not the wells, the district, school district uses, the uses from, Mercy High School.
But
and
they're
there's
in the
a-
water district. These people are not in the water district.
Okay, that's why I suggested you should speak to the water districts and the planning board's attorney, who happens to be the same thing, because there's some underlying legal themes here that I think he would talk to you about, because this has been a very long
But
and
I don't
tortuous-
understand why we can't
Wait,
talk
wait.
about it right now.
Father's there,
Be-
he asked the question,
Okay,
I
because,
think we should answer his.
I don't know what,
The other thing is,
my
so
bottom
far,
line is simply,
We don't have enough storage capacity because our pumps. pump
okay,
up
that's
the
what it is, it's the
tank,
storage capacity.
And-
Okay.
Okay, and we're adding, we need 2 more storage tanks.
Okay, so we're not in danger of running out of water.
Oh, yeah,
It's a
we
s-
are.
No, we're not gonna run out of water,
But-
we just can't store
Good,
it,
okay,
okay?
And if we can't
So
store
that-
it and the storage gets
Yes,
down to
I-
this,
I
then we
got
run
you.
out of water.
okay.
See, that's
Thank
what
you.
it is, Father.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Father Larry.
Because when I grew up, we had water towers.
Yes,
We
got
do.
water
the
towers.
pumps
Right.
go into, the pumps pump it
Right.
up, they store it, and it comes out of the towers to the church or to my house,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
Thank you.
'Cause they didn't think of it.
Okay. Jody, did you have any other questions?
I just want to reiterate, can this subdivision be built if we don't extend the water district?
It's already built,
It depends on the Suffolk County Health
No,
Department.
it's not.
it's already built, right?
It does,
No,
they're not gonna
started
approve it unless it has
construction.
It's
water.
already
so-
built. John Dunleavy says it's already
I-
built.
I
No,
know.
it's not built.
Okay, it's not, I was.
So in your opinion,
He
will
answered
the
the
health
question.
department
What?
approve it if public water is not extended to it?
Probably not.
You understand, he's our, works
I
for
get
us,
it.
you're
I get it, and
interrogating
he's,
him.
I get it.
There's some very.
That's a great answer too, probably not.
Yeah, there's some
That's a-
very
That's a general enough
specific,
answer, I like.
there's some very specific questions that you should talk to the the
I know how it
Water
works.
District's attorney, and that will be my recommendation.
Okay.
All right, does anybody else wish to be heard on the issue? Yes, stand in line.
I just, I guess a couple of months ago, I
Can
live.
you explain your,
Oh, Andy Diller. I live in Riverhead, so I just came here. I live above Joe's Garage, 40 Peconic Avenue, and we had a couple of months ago, maybe months ago, we had bunkers showing up dead in our river, and then I looked down river today, and it's a lot of stagnant water. I don't know what that's about, so I just want to address that and bring
Okay,
up the
but
issue.
that's at the end of the meeting.
Okay,
This is
cool.
about this public hearing, which is for,
okay, can you?
go ahead.
Mr. Supervisor, members of the board, I'm Ken LeBroner. I live on Ida Lane in Aquabog. It's funny I should be here today to hear this dissertation about water. And I'm not going to get deeply into it, but
I thought you were traffic lights, Mr. LeBeau.
I am. I'm a pain in the, I'm a pain in the neck with your traffic, and the two things I was interested in the traffic have been fixed. Thank you. But anyway, my grandson is studying to be an attorney, and I had this magazine from one of the colleges, and it was quite interesting because one of the main articles was on water. And there are certain laws that you cannot deny people water.
Yes, you can.
Now, I'm going to make a copy of this particular article, and I will bring it to you. I can't quote you much about it because I don't remember. Ever since I went past age 26, I lose a little bit of my memory. So, okay?
Thank
And
you,
I will
Mr.
get back
LeBeau.
to you with that article.
Drop it with the town clerk and she can get it to everybody.
And
Sounds good.
we can deny them water if they're not in the water district. That would be like saying we have to extend water all the way into Southold where they don't have water lines, and we would have to pay to extend.
I can't get into that with
Okay,
you.
well,
I'm not
I'd be curious to see
familiar
what
with
you
that.
have.
I'm just saying, this particular article on denying water to people.
That are
And I
in
will
the
get
water
it back
district?
to you.
No.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Just, Mr. LeBeau, just send the article to the town clerk. Thank you.
Sal Mastropolo, Calverton. Quick question, do we not allow private wells anymore?
The county health department allows private wells, but they probably could not get the density that they want with private wells, but they are allowed private wells.
It used to be that the well had to be 100 feet from the septic system. Has that changed?
It's 150,
150?
and they have to demonstrate that they meet the clearance from the proposed septic system. So everything from a proposed septic system would have to be 150 feet away from a proposed well. And they could do that.
On a
but it
1
would
acre piece of
decrease the
property, you should
density.
be able to do that easy because you put the septic up front so that if sewer ever comes in and you put the well on the back.
You do a cluster system,
We-
which would make more sense.
We would never want anybody to move to a subdivision like this and put private wells in. That's not in the interest of
But it's an
public health and
alternative.
safety.
It is.
It's an alternative.
It's an
it's-
alternative. It is not in the best interest of the public health and safety. What we do try to do
disagree with
on
that
these, what we do try to do with these new commercial subdivisions and subdivisions like senior communities, I don't want to say senior communities, that's not the, large communities, we have asked them, starting with our new water district superintendent, we've started to require them put irrigation wells in so that they don't, it's not a potability issue. They have irrigation wells that irrigate not using our water that's treated. They irrigate with the water they pump out of the ground, and then we give domestic water. But it's a little bit different in a subdivision such as this. But we have been moving to wells for irrigation purposes.
Okay, but the builder does have an alternative
does
if
have
you
an
say no.
But it would be less density. He wouldn't be able to build as many houses.
That's not necessarily true if the property is 1 acre.
It is based on the configuration of the lot and other things, but they would have to see what they could get approved for through Suffolk County Department of Health Services. And if at a later date, it's determined that the water district is in good standing and we don't have these threats that we're running out of water and we can't build properties, industrial properties, commercial properties, because we're running out of water, then at that time, we could say we'll extend the water district to that lot when we're in good standing. But
That's-
right now, we're running out of water and, you know,
We're not really running out of water. We're running out of water for the 2 months that people just pump like crazy to irrigate their lawn.
And so that's.
And no matter what happens with this 18,000 gallon per day subdivision, it doesn't matter what we do here, we still have to do those infrastructure upgrades.
Gotta draw the
Doesn't
line
matter.
somewhere.
Thank you.
If we draw the line that we don't do the infrastructure upgrades, there will be a point where we won't be able to supply water, because as the people are in the district, like the school district and the Mercy High School, and they add different demands on the district that are large, we won't be able to keep up.
They're
So,
already in the district. Mercy is already in the
and-
district.
Jody, that's why we have to do the upgrades, because the people that are in the district are making increasing demands on the district that we have to meet those demands. So no matter what happens with this subdivision, we still have to do those upgrades.
I
It's
get
not-
it,
It's not,
but-
it's nothing we can change.
Okay. I've asked enough of my questions.
Warren McKnight.
I'm Warren McKnight of Middle Road, Riverhead. In 2003, our residents, my wife and I's residents, we went to town water. Thank heavens we did. I have a question for the water department and for the town board. How many homes in the Riverhead Water District are not connected to the Riverhead Water District? That's a good question.
I don't know that we know. I don't know that we mapped that. That is a good question.
What the health department requires is if you're on well water and somebody wants to build a subdivision on the other side of you, they have to connect those people to well water. I mean, to public water, to pick them up along the way in order to get to their subdivision. So a lot
Unless
of
the
people
person
have
says no.
connected to
Unless the
public water.
people say no.
Unless the people say no, and then the health department will approve the subdivision anyway, based on the declination.
Right now, we never use it. We still have the well water, but we don't use it. It's not connected to our system. And we use, thank heavens we have the town water. But the point is, you know, how many homes how many homes on the average requested in the Riverhead Water District request to get Riverhead town water every year?
This is not going to be scientific, but I dare say 90% of the people within the district proper are hooked to the district, because when the lines were put in, it was very cost effective for a homeowner to hook up. If you wait, it's more expensive.
Yeah,
So-
we had to pay, you know, because our house is very old where I live, you know. Exactly. I was just, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we have that. We could figure it out.
But
But
it's
it's
not
never-
that going to greater demand then.
Yeah, it's never been something, it will increase demand, but that's not been a question that anybody's ever asked. It'd be interesting to try to figure out how to get that answer.
Because when people, you know, sell their houses or give it to their posterity, they're going to make improvements, you know, so we'll see what. So hopefully that it'll be met. It'll have to be met. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, does anybody else wish to be heard on this issue? Not seeing anybody. Mr. Collins, thank you. I'm going to close the public hearing and leave it open for written comment to September 23rd, 4:30 in the town clerk's office. Thank you very much. 2:10, next public hearing was scheduled for 2:10, and it is now 2:35. And we'll open this public hearing. This is a public hearing will be held to provide residents information concerning the Restore New York Community Initiative grant application, and to provide the opportunity to express their views, suggestions, and questions for clarification and offer any recommendations. Chris Kepner, would you briefly present this?
This public hearing is to consider the inclusion of all or some of the following properties in the grant application to New York State Empire State Development Corporation for a program called Restore New York Communities Initiative, and it's been established to encourage economic assistance for revitalization of commercial and residential properties. So the properties being considered for the application are 103-105 East Main Street, which is the former West Marine building, as well as 221 East Main Street and 31 McDermott Street, which is the former Dinosaur Museum, and the properties to the south along the river, and that would be for a more residential use. The Restore New York initiative provides financial assistance for revitalization of distressed communities. Riverhead is considered moderately distressed under their standards, and the goal is to eliminate and redevelop blighted structures, which is exactly what we have here. They're looking to attract commercial investment and encourage residential properties and increase the tax base and make communities more economically viable. They give additional points in the review for brownfield opportunity areas, empire zones, and we have that downtown. It's looking very positive on this application. We are looking at an investment of approximately $45 million for a mixed-use workforce project and approximately $6 million to renovate the West Marine building to redevelop it into a food market production facility. And we're hoping that this creates a more vibrant downtown, a more walkable downtown, and creates some jobs as well.
All right, thank you. And I think we have one of the applicants, one of the projects that you mentioned. Ms. Lissandro, do you have some information you want to share with the town board?
I do, thank you. It's Connie Lissandro, and I am the consultant for Georgica Green Ventures, who will be doing the development on 221 East Main and 31 McDermott. And the Restore New York funds are really very essential, especially when you have a retail component to it, which ours will. It's mixed use. We're looking at probably we're actually at about 118 units. We've kind of scaled it down because we wanted to make the apartments a little larger. And they'll be on Main Street. There'll be approximately 5,000 square feet of retail. On the riverfront, it'll be about 6,000, and we've got a wonderful restaurant that has expressed interest in taking the 6, so it'll be a real nice riverfront with the deck component to that. And Georgica Green has utilized the Restore New York funds. They recently completed a $2.5 million of Restore funds in historic rehabilitation of the Woolworth building in Watertown, New York, which also came in on time and under budget. So these funds are particularly difficult to use, and even when you're familiar with them, with similar programs, they are hard because of the utilization requirements, the reporting, the drawdown process. Anything like that with government can be very difficult. We all know. And you know, we've already engaged an architect. We're coming in front of the Landmark again, and architect review board on Monday, along with the supervisor, and then we're meeting with the full town board at the next work session to show you what we're hoping to be complete renderings. However, you know, we're obviously willing to tweak where we have to. And I do have a copy of the renderings if you'd like to see them. I can't leave this with you, but I can show them to you. To give you an idea. I know you can't see from that far, but
Why don't you
you're
pass
looking
them
at.
up here and we'll give them back at the end of the meeting.
These are for the other food production facilities.
Okay.
What I do want to say while Connie's up there is that one thing that the Architectural Review Board and the Landmarks Preservation Board, which I'm both liaison to both committees, have taken it upon themselves to have joint meetings so that properties that are affected by both review of Architectural Review Board and Landmarks Preservation Committee can be addressed in one session, rather than going to one board and then going to another and finding out that there are different comments, so they can all sit around the table together. So that's one thing that we've implemented.
Yeah, and I want to tell you that's been extremely helpful. It's, you know, it's saved a lot of time, and we really appreciate all the cooperation that we've gotten from everybody in the town hall.
You're welcome.
I find it very refreshing since I've done this a lot, and it's not always.
You used to work for Nassau County. We're much
Yes,
more
I
efficient
did,
than Nassau.
and it's
I'm
not.
sure this
It can be a difficult process, but when you've got people that are willing to have an open mind and cooperation, it certainly helps. So, we thank you for being considered for these fundings because they certainly will help this project move along very quickly. Thank you.
Ms. Lysandro, thank you very much.
Yes. You've done a great job, Ms. Sandro, and you've represented your applicant well.
Good job, Connie.
Okay, does anybody else wish to be heard on this matter? Chris, can I leave it open for public comment, or do we have a deadline, strict deadline?
No, we are looking to submit by the 26th. It's actually due on October 3rd, but we were going to mail a hard copy.
All right, so I'm going to close the public comment portion and close it altogether so we meet the deadlines then. All right, thank you very much. Well, wait a minute, let me think. What'd you say, October 3rd?
Well, it's the September 26th is when we'd like to get the application mailed off, so we would have a little bit of time.
You need till the 20th. So why don't I do this? Leave it open for written comment till the 16th.
Sure.
And then our board meeting is the 20th, so I'll leave it open for written comment till the 16th, 4:30 in the town clerk's office, and that way we can get a resolution for the 20th, if it's proper.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. We have resolutions. Anybody wish to comment on resolutions? How you doing, Sal?
Good. Sal Mastropolo, Calverton. Resolution 667. The attachment, the last three items. They don't account for the quantity of two. The extended price should be double on all three items.
I don't know, Bob, it's bid for lubricant items. Take a look.
It probably comes in a two-drum gallon case.
No, well, if you look at item number one, it's 2 drums, 55-gallon drums, right? And they multiply it by 2. And then if you look at every other situation, they multiply the quantity times the unit price, except for 6, 7, and 8.
We'll have to look at that because I know I order material for construction projects, like right now, the RFK bridge, and some material comes in 2 drums or 2 wraps per case, and others only come in 1.
Okay, well, I suggest you take a look at it.
We should.
My guess is we'll be back with another resolution that says
amending it.
Okay. 668.
See, number three says 15 drums, 55-gallon drums. So it's not 15 times 186. So you get what I'm saying?
Bob, we'll pass it and we'll take a look at it and kick it back to purchasing to make sure that it's correct, because I'm sure we need to get it going. What's your next one?
668. The second page, the now therefore, on the second line, change it to the third addendum, not the second. See it?
Yep.
669. The second page, 289-2 says stop and yield intersections, railroad crossing, parking fields, and then the sentence says the parking of vehicles is hereby prohibited in the locations as follows. But it's not, you're not talking about parking of vehicles, you're talking about the installation of a stop sign, right?
The next
Because it
one
says
is,
intersection Peconic Bay Boulevard, stop sign on Meeting House Creek Road.
the next one is, shows the map and shows where they're going.
Yeah, that's where they're starting, at the stop sign, they're moving in a northerly direction along the Connecuh Boulevard.
Well, then it's not clear the way it's written.
No.
Okay,
Bob, is that
because
the way the code-
there is a resolution that talks about parking.
Hold on,
And
Bob's gonna look at the code, because maybe the code isn't written right, because normally we just cut it out of the
Well,
code.
it looks like it's dealing with railroad crossing, parking fields, and probably also, it probably deals with all three subcategories, which is why it may start that way. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up.
Oh, he's gonna try to pull it up. What's the next one? Sal?
684, the first resolved. The third line is very confusing. It almost looks like starting from street, 4th floor, Long Island City is the address for Katrina Kitsis.
Yeah, that's, as I said, that one's being all redone, and
Okay.
I'm hoping the board will just table that because we're still having ongoing. It was merged and some Some of the warrants should have been out, and it's gonna be amended. Our
684?
684 should,
Table
I
it?
think we're gonna table it, and I'm gonna come back with
There you
a
go.
resolution at the next meeting.
685, the notice of public hearing, the third line should be October 2016. .686, the notice of public hearing, this third line should be 2016. 687, the notice of public hearing, the third line should be 2016. 688, the third line should be 2016.
Mine says 2016.
No, that's the notice.
Oh.
Catch up yet?
Yeah, that was, I'm assuming we overrode another resolution.
701. There's not a mistake, but it looks like there could be a mistake. The seminar's for 2 weeks, from September 19th to September 30th, which is just 2 full weeks. But it seems like the cost of $1,600 may be a little too low, given some of the other trips. Okay,
Yeah, that's subsidized.
that's it.
All right, thank you. Anybody else wish to be heard?
Hi, yes, Laura Jen Smith from Laurel. I just have a question about a few of the resolutions. One is Resolution 654. It's a budget transfer item, and the account that it's coming from, I don't know if the account number is correct, because it looks like the account number and the account title do not match. I think because you have it listed as non-uniform dental and hospital, which has a different account number, and that's a 0, and then there's hospitalization and dental. And I don't know if that reads different.
Bill?
I'm not sure you questioned it. We have 3 different.
On Resolution 654, it says authorized to establish the following budget adjustment, and you're taking out of this account, which is the non-uniform dental hospital account, 100,000, but that is not that's not the name of that account number. And then you have the non-uniform dental and hospital, which has a 0.
Oh, 501
found.
versus 500. It's the
So-
500 account, so it should be hospitalization.
Okay,
dental. Yep.
so that just needs to change with.
Non-uniform should come out, you're right.
Okay, so then it will be that. Okay.
The number's right, the wording.
So it's just the account that it's coming out of. So then my other question is, then the $100,000 is going into the litigation and appraisal, and I know that it was budgeted for $200,000 this year, as well as it had a $200,000 budget last year, and in the $200,000, and you're adding an additional $100,000 for this year's budget. So I'm just curious what's changed that it's going into that
There was
account.
a very expensive lawsuit where we were defending our assessors in traditional links on the assessed valuation golf course, and that one lawsuit cost us $150,000, and
Did we win?
it's still ongoing. So we're defending the appraisal system as the backbone of the town, and if we can't defend our methods of appraisal, we're kind of in trouble. So there's a couple of these cases coming.
So that's, okay.
That's what it was, yes.
And then my other question is Resolution 673, which is a Chapter 225 for a tent sale. I thought tent sales, because they're an extended period of time, and I know there was something with site plans or something, I thought those were not going to be issued Chapter 225s anymore. It was going to fall under.
I thought so too, but we haven't gotten to that yet, but the board members, a couple board members are working on
The
it.
deputy supervisor is gonna set up a meeting with a couple of board members when it's convenient for all of us, with the chief of police and with,
Chris is working on
Yeah,
that.
we have ideas, we just haven't put it in.
anyway, what the supervisor would like to see is that the permitted uses on site.
Don't put words in my mouth,
Yes,
please.
because you said it at the work session, and you said that if it's a permitted use on site, that we would give the chapter 90. If it's not a permitted use, then it would be looked at differently.
Okay.
Kind of what I said. What I've said is if this is a permitted use, you wouldn't need a chapter 90. If it's not a permitted
Right.
use, you would
You would-
require a chapter, whatever it is, 255.
And seeing as Home Depot has the rugs and everything else inside of the facility available for sale, at the clearinghouse at the end of the year, if they want a chapter 90 to put it out into the parking lot, that would be a permitted use. And it wouldn't need a chapter 90 or a chapter 255 now. But if you had, Calverton Links that wanted to just have a beer festival, but it's not associated with any recreational facility, which is what the property is permitted to do, then that would be a chapter 90 application, and we would limit the number of those events on any particular parcel.
Okay, so it's under review still until a
Yes.
determination is made for the
Answer
rest
your
of it.
question, yes.
Okay, and then my other one is 657 for Grangeville Park for the addition, an amendment to the bid that was received for the sidewalk improvement. And I just have a question about that because I believe, I was just trying to figure out because I believe the grant given to the whole thing was like 244,000 and then for walkway improvement. And I'm just wondering what is the difference between this bid that went out for sidewalks and what the walkway improvement is? And if so, with the difference in the two amounts, are there other things that are gonna come into play with improving this?
No, what happened was the FEMA, we were putting a stamped asphalt in, and the FEMA did not allow the stamping of the asphalt. They're allowing us just to put asphalt in. So that's what the change of the bid was, because we were not going to pay for it. The federal government was paying for it, we were gonna put decorative stamped asphalt in.
But did we still receive from FEMA like 244,000
It's a reimbursement. Bill, we didn't receive this money yet, right? We have to pay.
So it's
we have to
only a
spend it.
reimbursement, we will not receive that full reimbursement, or are there other projects that are gonna be done within this bid as this is amended?
No, that money was disallowed, so when this is done, we'll get reimbursed for the
We
amount
put our
that
bid
was
in what we
done.
wanted to do, and they said, not quite, you're gonna do it
Okay.
this way. And the additional fee now, I think, is because the company that we contracted with is actually gonna be doing the removal of what's there and setting up for the pad, where we were gonna do that in kind.
We were gonna do that
At one
ourselves.
point, we were gonna do that, and now they're gonna do that.
So this will go back to FEMA again to see if this will be covered, the new addition?
Then they've got the money. for
It will be,
It will
okay.
be covered.
All right, thank you.
We're just talking about resolutions. If you wanna talk about the river, you just have to wait till
No,
we're
it's not the
done with
river.
resolution.
She mentioned the walkways and the roads. I just want to say, I think it's a great job what you all did with the roads in Riverhead. I believe that's, good work.
Thank that too, thank the highway super. Gio, raise your hand. It's positive, thank him.
Thank you, Joe.
And that's his deputy. Deputy, raise your hand, thank them.
Thank you, Deputy.
There you go.
I just want to say also, just as a note, I remember, Sean, I came to you about a year ago and I said there was an accident. I live on 40 Peconic, and our parking lot for Joe's Garage, there are people coming in the wrong way. And I remember you had said you want to make that a north only one way. It's been about a year, and I just want to bring that up to you. We have there was an accident there, and with people, it's not safe. We have school buses coming in there. It's just really not safe. I brought it up to the police officers. They're doing the best they can. I wanted to address it here. That's why the main purpose I came here. Also, I have a drink waiting for you at Joe's. Just that's all. I'm out.
All right,
Andy
let's
Dillon,
go.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The Peconic Avenue one-way really is the county.
Keep it cold, keep it cold.
He's gotta get that drink.
Ice is melting.
Yes, all right. Anybody else wish to be heard on resolutions? Nope. Richard, you should start off with, you have a drink waiting for us.
Not sure I need to say that. I'm Richard Wines, Chair of the Landmarks Preservation Commission, and I just want to put in a good word for Resolution 696, supporting the Commission's efforts to nominate the 2nd Street and Ostrander Avenue area to the National Register of Historic Places. Just a couple of very quick points. Our main goal in doing this is to, obviously, we want to help preserve the historic structures in the area, but do that by making available certain tax credits. There's a very generous tax credit that's available to homeowners in the area if they're on the National Register, and there's a even more generous, although harder to get, credit that's available to anybody who owns income-producing property in the area. So our goal, that's our main goal, nominating this area to the National Register. We think that it will also help with revitalization efforts in the area. I want to emphasize that to the best of our knowledge, there will be no new restrictions that will be put in place for any property owners in the area. And finally, if any property owners do have questions about this, they will first of all be getting a letter from the state, and they will have a chance to vote against the district if they so choose to. And certainly I and other members of the commission will welcome any questions that anyone may have. And finally, I want to thank the town board for their support on this.
Yet again. She fixed it. Bob, you're gonna amend that resolution for us. Sal is right. Okay. Anybody else wish to be heard on resolutions? Not seeing anybody, let's take up the resolutions, Diane.
Okay, sure. Resolution 649.
Riverhead Water District Capital Project Closure, number 30132. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 650.
Capital Project Closure 40135. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Oh, hold up for a second. Chris, did you have the conversation with Bill? Can we use that money for anything else for closing the fish passage?
I would have to call the
I know, she would. Is this time sensitive, Bill? No. All right, Chris came in this morning and was trying to figure out if we could, instead of sending this money back, whether we could use it for something else. So you're still gonna follow up on that?
I was looking for the original contracts we were like looking for the basement, just to, so when I speak to the foundation, I have exactly what it was sent with, but I think it was just sent with a letter, so it's like one page on it.
Okay, so rather than send, because we have to send the money back, right, Bill?
We will unless they tell us we can use it for something else.
Like signage or like that
Well, we can still
beautiful.
close it if we can reallocate it.
Well, I don't wanna close
Resolution
it,
to
I
do
don't wanna
that.
close it. All right,
No, this,
so we should probably table this resolution. All right,
Sort of voted.
I know, again, I know,
So
you
vote-
guys
everybody
voted so
vote no,
quickly.
then we'll put it up again. Because
Well, if we
otherwise
get-
we're breaking Robert's rules.
Why can't we just
so
do
we should
resolution?
vote no.
only have two votes.
Really?
Everybody else vote no and then put it up again.
There
Right.
you go. All right, so we'll do it that way. We'll vote no and it'll get killed. There you go. It's fine. Go ahead, continue the vote.
Okay, so I finished with
This has
Jody.
been approved. We're on the police budget
No, we didn't
only
finish
had
it.
two. Tim and Jody were the only ones who voted.
Yeah, We're the rest of us are gonna vote no, so it doesn't go anywhere and it doesn't screw up the clerk.
yeah, we have to vote no because if
now. Absolutely not.
he has to do what this resolution states.
Dunleavy.
No.
Walter.
No, good thinking.
Not adopted. Resolution 651.
Police budget adjustment, so moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 652.
Seniors budget adjustment. So moved.
And second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 653.
First Baptist Church, Northville Turnpike River Sewer District Capital Improvement Project. Budget adjustment, so moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 654.
What is the title of this particular line, Bill? If I can make it correct on it. Not that it matters, as long as the number's correct, right? Town Attorney Budget Adjustment. So moved.
And seconded, I think it was okay.
Well, the number was right.
Bill? Are you looking at resolution 654? Did we determine that the numbers were right?
The account number's right,
Okay,
the
good.
description, just take off non-uniform and the rest of the description's fine.
Okay.
Non-uniform, okay.
So moved.
As amended. Jody, you're gonna second?
I'll
as amended?
second it as
Moved and
amended.
seconded as amended.
Hubbard,
Yes, as amended.
Giglio,
I hope we don't run out of money in non-uniform dental and hospital, but I'll vote yes.
Wooten,
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter,
Yes.
resolution adopted. Resolution 655.
Riverhead Water District repairs, budget adjustment, so moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
Yes.
Wooten,
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yeah, certain things, oh, is there,
Yes.
say something? I just said, okay. Certain things happen that are unforeseen, and we had to do some repairs at the water district. So we're transferring money so they can pay for the repairs. I vote yes.
Walter,
Yes.
resolution adopted. Resolution 656.
Authorizes attendance of assessor at seminar. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, take me please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 657.
Authorize the town supervisor to execute a change order number 1 for the Grangeville Park Sidewalk Improvement Project. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Actually, the grant that we got will cover this amount. It's just less than what we had applied for. I think it was 225,000 that we applied for. Right? Somewhere around there?
I don't know.
Well, they didn't approve our design.
244.
I think it was 240.
And then it got chopped down, so this amount will still cover. Yes, Chris? The 167 will cover the grant for Grangeville Park for the sidewalk replacement?
That's not,
FEMA.
that's a Drew Dillingham question.
All right, then I'm gonna abstain.
I know that all the costs are covered by FEMA. They said there was a reduction in the original bid that went out to Carsey. If you remember, your last time that you awarded the bid, it was less than originally anticipated. And then you had a bit extra money to play with, so that's why B&G decided not to do the work in closing the bid. So you're still underneath that amount. That's what there was explained to us.
I vote yes.
Jody, you abstain?
I abstain.
Okay, Wooten was yes. Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 658.
Approves the attendance of one police department employee to the New York State 2016 homicide seminar. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten,
Killing me. Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 659.
Appoints police officers to the police department. I vote that we withdraw this resolution and replace it with resolution 659, 659B, and 659C. I have those resolutions in my hand.
They're actually 704, 705, and 706.
Or withdraw and replace with 704, 705, and 706, or amend this resolution to make it 659A,
Okay.
659B, and 659C.
Okay,
I
wait,
support
I'm gonna
two
make the,
officers,
I'm
not
gonna
all
make the,
three.
I'm gonna,
I've asked that the resolutions be separated to have each resolution for each officer.
can I help you
and-
with that so we can get this
Yes.
done? Jody's going to make a motion to withdraw resolution 659 and replace it with, Tim, what resolution?
704, 705, and 706.
704,
Correct.
705, 706. That motion is on the table. Is there a second for that motion?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Vote as to withdrawing this and replacing it with resolution 704, 705, 706. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Yes.
Withdraw and replace.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
To withdraw.
Wooten,
No, I did it both at once.
These three, let me look at them. 704, 705, and 706 are the same three names, so I vote no.
What do you mean?
oh, there was.
No to withdraw.
Okay, John?
Okay,
Well, we
Dunleavy.
can amend 704, 705,
Can-
and 706 to change the names.
What? John?
How do you vote?
No.
It's just a matter of doing individual votes instead of group together.
Okay. Do you vote no?
But they're not the same names.
And-
704, 705, and 706
Jody,
are not the
we're-
same names.
Yeah, the same three names that are in
Oh, yes.
659.
No.
Can we just finish this vote?
Yes.
Okay,
Diane?
so, Dunleavy.
No.
Walter?
No. Okay. Can I get a motion to move resolution, I'll make the motion to move resolution 659, appoints police officers to the police
I
department.
second it.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard?
No.
Giglio?
Two of these officers have a history of being exemplary employees, and I would have had the honor to vote for these two officers individually had the board allowed me to separate the resolutions rather than including all three names in one resolution. And I fear, for a number of reasons, based on conversations that I've had with other officers on the force and conversations with other people, that one of these officers may not be the right one. And so, for that reason, I can't vote for the two officers that I think are exemplary, and I have to vote no for the resolution in its entirety. So no is my answer.
Wooten?
Well, since there's only two that currently work for Riverhead and one has not, so obviously the two she's talking about are the ones that are here.
No, I didn't,
Oh, okay.
no, I didn't tell
Let's
you
just
to.
vote, please.
No.
I interviewed all these interviews. In fact, we sat on interviews. I interviewed 18 individuals on the list, and we, out of I think 59 on that particular age, they all interviewed well. These were the recommendations coming from the personnel committee. Two happen to be, all three of them actually are certified police officers by the Bureau of Municipal Police, and can start work immediately with their field training. All officers upon hiring will be on a probationary period, which is for 1 year, and will be worked hands-on with a field training officer on a one-to-one basis. So with all that being said, I don't think we're putting ourselves in harm's way with the process. So absolutely, I vote yes on that.
Dunleavy?
Okay, everybody knew we would do interviews on these people for police officers. Two of them were part-time police officers, that put themselves through school, and they worked, for the police department all summer. We had no complaints from any supervisors about any of these police officers, when they were working. And now at the last minute, the PBA, doesn't want one hired. Well, I take objection to that. They were interviewed by a supervisor, by, Councilman Wooten, by Chief of Police, and by, Meg. They all interviewed well, they all passed, and they were all investigated by Suffolk County Police Department. They're all passed the polygraph, they passed everything. And like, Councilman Wooten said, they're on probation for a year. Anybody we hire is on probation. If the supervisors don't like what you do, they write you up, and then we can let you go within that year. If they don't write them up, and 4 years from now they complain about an officer, that's their problem. We need supervision in the police department to do their job. So I'm voting yes on all three officers.
Walter?
Yes, and I'm just praying that the town board doesn't have any more conversations about names of individuals past to this point.
We haven't had any names of individuals to this point.
Here, we just adopted
We
resolution
adopted
659.
Yeah, we did.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, so we'll move to resolution 660.
Authorizes publication of health wanted advertisement for crossing guards. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard?
Yes.
Oh, hold on a second. Were we gonna increase the rate on that, Tim?
No, they were just,
To 12?
You did say that.
Because we're flush with cash and loaded with money, and so we're gonna raise.
I will give everybody a raise.
Okay,
my job.
just
Let's get
leave it.
hired and situated.
Got it,
Okay,
sorry.
so Hubbard, you were yes,
Yes.
Giglio?
Gillio?
Yes.
Did I say Giglio?
It's okay, that's the correct pronunciation.
The problem is that
You're
we don't have
Italian.
school crossing guards.
Physically, recently.
Wait. If we don't have school crossing guards, we have to put a police officer there, at a lot more money to cross these.
Just a vote and a roll call.
So,
Jody's voting. Jody's voting,
I
you
already
didn't
voted
vote?
yes.
Jody's voting.
That
Oh,
was,
I didn't vote?
no, you wait till Wooten.
Wooten.
You're out of line.
Okay, so,
I just want
I voted
to,
yes.
okay. Wooten? Dunleavy.
Yeah, you know I'm voting yes.
Okay.
We need these people.
Okay. Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution
Hold on,
661.
if we don't get anybody at $11 an hour, I would support, because we need the people
Well,
for
why are you
exactly.
saying that right now when they're gonna watch this and
We
say,
already
oh,
voted
we're
on
gonna
this.
hold out, not apply until he raises the rates, then we'll apply.
We may not have the money to raise the rates, but
Right.
let's see if we can hire somebody.
Yes.
Please. 661, Diane called it.
Yes, resolution
We need,
661.
I'm gonna go sit in the audience now.
That's it. Huh?
This is.
It's just silly. You're talking about raising rates for attorneys, raising rates for, crossing guards, and meanwhile, we're talking about exceeding the tax cap next year. I don't understand it.
I'll tell you what, I'd rather pay someone $11 an hour than $100 an
And we
hour
have
crossing
them.
children.
And we have them.
See? Huh?
You know we're in trouble when Denise is taking pictures.
Holy Moses. Huh?
Where did I go wrong? All right. Diane,
It's
please
John.
focus us.
661. John.
661, authorized publication of help wanted advertised for a junior civil engineer.
Second.
So moved.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Absolutely. It'll cost us less money to get a qualified engineer, someone that's just starting out, that may have new innovative ideas, rather than hiring somebody that's been in the field, and we're gonna pay them $35,000 more a year at the gate, opening gate.
Wooten.
What are we voting on there?
What am I voting?
Yes.
I don't know, but anyway,
661.
I want to tell you, the engineering department needs this person. So I vote yes.
And Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 662.
Accepts the resignation of an AEO. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Say it. Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 663.
Accepts the resignation of a part-time police officer, so moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 664.
Authorization to publish advertisement for auto and truck repairs for the town of Riverhead. So moved.
Can I have a question on that?
Yes.
Is this above what the town garage can do? Or are
Above.
we sending all our trucks out?
No, we send some things out, some things we can't do.
It's what they can't handle there.
That's what they can't
Right.
have.
John, aren't you liaison to municipal
We do
garage?
it every year.
Yeah, but I just didn't know if we were gonna start sending trucks out. Just, it's the first time, I don't think we do this, this is the first time I've seen it.
There are things.
Okay, off the question, I got an answer.
There are things that we do what we can, there are things that
Okay.
need to be done that we can't do. Like Geo has trucks refurbished from practically
It didn't get
frame up,
seconded.
we don't do that
Let's get a
in-house.
second.
Okay,
You second.
I second.
Okay.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 665.
Extend the bid contract for charter coach transportation. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 666.
Award bids for chemicals for the sewer district. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Always ready to vote on anything with 666 on it.
That is on.
I'll vote yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 667.
Awards bid for a lubricant item, so moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, yes. Vote please. I'm answering my son.
And we have an amended.
We have an amendment? Okay. Oh, perfect.
Oh, my goodness.
Hubbard.
As amended.
As amended, yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 668.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute a third addendum to professional services agreement for placement of commemorative items at Grumman Memorial Park. So moved, as amended, we changed the date on the second page, for the third addendum. So we changed it from second to third, as amended, yes. Or so moved.
John, you.
Yes. Second.
Moved and seconded as amended. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes, as amended.
Giglio,
Yes, and thank you to Pat Vanderwettering for doing this, and she does it free of charge, and she manages all of the memorial bricks that are placed at the Memorial Park. Yes.
Wooten,
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter,
Yes.
resolution adopted. Resolution 669.
Authorize the town clerk to publish and post a notice of public hearing to consider a proposed local law for amendment of chapter 289 entitled Vehicles, Traffic, and Parking Regulations of the Town Code. 289-2, stop and yield intersections, railroad crossings, parking fields, intersection of Meeting House Creek Road and Peconic Bay Boulevard. So moved.
And it should be changed.
To what?
The language that begins with the parking of vehicles, that entire section should be removed. And in its place, it should say subsection A, stop intersections, period. The following intersections are designated as stop intersections, comma, and stop signs shall be erected at such intersections as follows, colon.
Diane, you'll get that from Bob.
All right, as amended.
Jim,
I'll second for the public hearing.
moved and seconded as amended. Vote,
Hubbard,
please.
Yes, as amended.
Giglio,
Yes, as
Wooten,
amended.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter,
Yes.
resolution adopted. Resolution 670.
It authorizes the clerk, town clerk, to publish and post a notice of public hearing to consider a proposed local law for an amendment of Chapter 101 entitled Vehicles, Traffic, and Parking Regulations of the Riverhead Town Code, specifically 289-10, parking prohibited, Meeting House Creek Road and Peconic Bay Boulevard. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
This is a result of complaints in the community that there's a lot of traffic, and they came to the Traffic Safety Committee meeting and discussed it with Councilman Dunleavy and I and the chief and the members of the committee. And we're gonna hold the public hearing, and anybody that has concerns about this, that lives at the intersection of Peconic Bay Boulevard and Meeting House Creek, or within that community, should come out either in support of or against the application. So this is Peconic Bay Boulevard and Meeting House at the intersection. Yes.
Wooten,
Yes, with an active restaurant there, it's just hard to get out in that intersection. So, yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter,
Yes.
resolution adopted. Resolution 671.
Approves Chapter 255 application of Dark Side Productions Incorporated Haunted House Walkthrough, September 30th, 2016 through November 1st, 2016. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 672.
Approves of the Chapter 255 application of Abate of New York, Long Island Chapter, St. Mary's Food and Toy Run, Sunday, November 6, 2016. So moved.
Yeah, seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 673.
Ratify, 673, ratifies the approval of Chapter 255 application of Home Depot Development of Maryland Incorporated, carpet and rug tent sale, August 17th, 2016 through September 30th, 2016. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 674.
Approves Chapter 255 application of Long Island Beer Company LLC for the halfway to St. Patrick's Day party on Saturday, September 17th. So moved.
Before you second it, we did check with Greg from Long Island. They're using the same parking plan,
It's in there.
security.
Great.
It's in there, so we should be in good shape. Jody, you gonna second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes, and I want to thank Long Island Beer Company because they have been proactive in putting forth a parking plan that works for all the residents, the churches, the Polish town, Polish hall, everybody in the community, to make sure that it accommodates everybody. So, yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 675.
Ambulance District Equipment Budget Adjustment. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 676.
Amends and ratifies Resolution 627 of 2016, approves the application for fireworks permit of Riverhead Raceway, Saturday, August 20th, 2016. So moved.
And second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 677.
Authorize the supervisor to appoint a petty cash custodian for the engineering department. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
This is $200 petty cash fund, and it's when they have to run out and get screws and bolts and nuts or whatever it is that they don't need to wait for a town board resolution to do that, so I'll vote yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 678.
Authorizes the attendance of the Riverhead Town Attorney and Deputy Town Attorneys to attend a Toro Law Center program. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Oh, this is wrong. Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 679.
Authorizes legal action against the owners, tenants, occupants, and mortgagee of premises located at 297 Old River Road, Manorville, New York. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 680.
Highway Capital Project number 45125, Paved New York Program, budget adoption. So moved.
And second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Gio and Mike, you're doing a great job. Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 681.
Establishment of a new wire account for Suffolk County National Bank for use with ADP software, accounting department. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 682.
Riverhead Highway District Town Roads Maintenance Budget Adjustment. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Highway Geo, I just wanted to thank you guys for taking care of the crosswalks across from the high school, getting it done the day before school started. Much appreciated. It's something that needed to be done on an emergency basis. I just wanted to thank you. Yes to my vote on this.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 683.
Ratifies emergency board-up order of an unsafe structure located at 69 Lewis Street, Riverhead, also known as Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600, Section 39, Block 6, Lot 16, and to assess board-up costs against the subject property. So moved.
And just one correction, it should be 29 in the header. It's correct in the first whereas.
It's 29 Lewis Street?
It's 29 Lewis
Yeah.
instead of 69.
Yeah.
Good catch.
Seconded.
Okay. Hubbard.
So,
Sorry.
Yes, as amended.
Giglio.
yes, as amended, please board up 29, not 69 Lewis Street.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 684.
I think we were looking to table this.
Yeah.
And a motion to table 684.
Motion to table resolution 684.
John, you want a second to table?
Second.
Moved and seconded to table.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes, Dave.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 684 is tabled.
Can I just say this, because I'm gonna forget, there's no work session tomorrow, we gotta cancel it, a cancellation and a couple things that we can put off to the following week, so we're not gonna have work session tomorrow. I know you guys are very upset about that, yeah, what are you gonna do on a beautiful Thursday afternoon?
Go to work, whether it's here or somewhere else.
Resolution 685.
Page.
60, authorize the town clerk to publish and post a public notice to consider a local law to amend chapter 103 entitled Town Officers and Employees of the Town Code. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
This is as amended to change the third line to read October of 2016 instead of October 2015. Yes.
Wooten.
Yes, at public hearing.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 686.
Authorize town clerk public post notice to consider local law to amend chapter 105 entitled Boards, Commissions, and Councils, Riverhead Town Code. Public hearing as amended to reflect the proper date. So moved.
Second, to amend the third line in the second page to October of 2016. Yes.
Moved and seconded as amended.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 687.
Authorizes town clerk to publish and post a public notice to consider a local law to amend chapter 219 entitled Coastal Erosion Hazard Areas of the Riverhead Town Code and changing the notification date in the third sentence of the second page to October of 2016. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes to the amended.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 688.
Authorizes town clerk to publish and post public notice to consider a local law to amend chapter 301 entitled Zoning and Land Development of the Riverhead Town Code. So moved.
And second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes, with the amendment on the second page again for the corrected year of 2016.
Giglio.
Yes, as amended.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 689.
Authorize sewer district employee to attend course. So moved.
Second?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 690.
It's a resolution to amend restrictions set forth in resolution number 610 adopted on August 18th, 2016 regarding craft food and alcohol vendors and approved chapter 225 application for special event. So moved.
And second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 691.
Thank you, Emma.
Riverhead Water District budget adjustment. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 692.
Appoints member to the Town of Riverhead Helicopter Noise Task Force. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 693.
Authorize notice to bidders, installation of a portable generator connection and transfer switch at plant number 15, Riverhead Water District, project number RDWD 16-01. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 694.
Authorizes notice to bidders, installation of variable frequency drive at plant number 10, Riverhead Water District, project number RDWD 16-02.
I know what that means if anybody wants to know. It's a, hold on a second, Jill's texting me about resolution 690. It's supposed to be 225, and it says chapter 225. So, Sal, you missed a typo. Can we recall resolution 690?
Oh my goodness gracious.
See, it's good that Jill's going through all these things while we're doing this. It's just in the head caption.
Just in the caption.
All right, can, Bob, do you want us to re-vote on this? Because we have to amend this because the caption was too, we don't know because there are new code sections.
I'm sorry, it's also on the second page.
Is it?
The first paragraph.
Who drafted this?
And read it.
Second page.
Yeah, the first paragraph, not, I'm sorry, the third page.
Yep, 254.
All right, so let's, can I get a motion to amend resolution 690 that was previously adopted 5 minutes ago to reflect the fact that it is a 255 application for a special event as opposed to what was written 225 application? Second on that?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote as to amend the resolution as stated.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes to amend, resolution 690.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 690 is adopted as amended.
Okay. Does anybody want to know what a variable frequency drive is? I know what it is. I saw
No,
it.
I,
Okay, good.
I did wanna know, but that was a while ago.
That's all.
I
That
can,
should
I
be-
wanna know.
Well, we'll tell you.
There's, Plant 10 is our main water plant up at Northville. It's a tank. And when you turn this pump on, it just pumps one capacity. So if you only need, say, 10 gallons a minute, this pump pumps 100 gallons a minute, period. And the only way they can throttle it down, which is not really good for the pump, is just to cut the valve, turn the valve back. So the pump is pumping 10 gallons, trying to force it through a small valve. So it's a variable speed pump. So if they need 10 gallons a minute, they can put it to 10 gallons a minute. So it will save water.
So moved.
Did we call it?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Okay, Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yeah, when they get you, they put frequency instead of speed.
Yeah, that would have
If they
made,
had
that would have,
speed,
right.
it would have been simple.
Yep.
I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 695.
Authorizes town clerk to publish and post a public notice for public hearing regarding a local law to amend Town of Riverhead Community Preservation Fund project plan to include water quality improvement projects. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes for the public hearing.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 696.
Resolution supporting Landmarks Preservation Commission efforts to nominate Second Street and Ostrander Avenue Historic District to National Register of Historic Places. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 697.
Amends resolution number 449 of 2016, approves chapter 255 application of Riverhead Raceway Incorporated, car show and swap meet, Sunday, July 31st, 2016.
It was.
Is that wrong?
That's what it was.
You just read car show and it says hair show.
Oh, it does.
Please.
What is it?
It says car.
It's car show.
It does say car show.
It's a car show and swap meet.
Car show and swap meet,
And it
that's
says
what it says.
Right. Okay.
It
So,
already happened.
Says it.
No, it says hair show.
please, miss, you're out of order.
That's fine.
It's resolution 449 for the check line of car show and swap meet. Car show and swap meet.
Oh,
You wanna
yeah.
have it on?
Was scheduled to take place on July 31st. It was canceled due to rain. And now it's
October
second. Okay.
October 2nd is the date.
It looks fine to me. It says car show. Maybe there's another copy of the resolution around that's not the accurate copy, but can we, you moved it, John?
I moved it.
Jim?
I've been waiting a second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
It's on the
Hubbard.
agenda.
Yeah, the
Oh,
agenda,
the agenda.
yeah, the
Sorry
agenda
about
is
that.
misspelled, but not
Sorry.
the actual resolution.
Okay.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 698.
This amends resolution 629 of 2016, which approves chapter 255 application of the Riverhead Raceway Incorporated for the Island Import Date Car Show Race Expo, Sunday, August 21st, 2016. And the new date of October the 9th, which is Country Fair Sunday. Good luck. So moved.
Yeah. You won't be able to move in Riverhead. Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 699.
Authorizes legal action against the owners, tenants, occupants, and mortgagee of premises located at 2 Oak Street in Wading River, New York. It's an illegal rental in our opinion. So moved.
Seconded.
Bob, who's the owner?
Greco.
Okay. Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 700.
Who's the owner on this one?
Same.
Moved and excuse me,
Authorizes legal action against the owners, tenants, occupants, and mortgagee of premises located at 224 Creek Road, Wading River, New York. So moved.
And seconded.
moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio.
our new computer software, we're gonna better track these illegal rentals that don't have rental permits. So if you don't have a rental permit, you should come and get one. Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 701.
Approves the attendance of one police officer, one police department employee to the FBI New York Division of Basic Weapons and Tactics School. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved in second, a vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 702.
This ratifies the
Appointment, should be appointment.
I figured that. This ratifies the appointment of an interpreter for the police department and justice court. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded as amended, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Spanish speaking, we had to go.
Yes. What are we doing?
Yes.
Wasn't gonna be
Wooten.
available.
That's dead.
I vote yes, I'm sorry.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
We already approved it.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 703.
Pays the bills, so moved.
Seconded. Moved and seconded, vote please.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes, I got one, wait a minute, I got
Resolution
one
adopted.
question. How come we're, sewage and garbage collection, we're, in the negative there? Wasn't that the end of?
Grand totals. We're not in the negative in the
It says
refuse
minus.
and garbage collection.
It's minus.
So there's a dash by mistake.
Unless we have to pull it out of fund balance, but that doesn't make sense.
We're not in the negative.
No, we're not.
That's a typo?
Yeah, it's gotta be a typo. Oh, I know it. Yeah, it's not in the negative. Our purchase order was cleared for 4 months, which is 200 a month, so that's just a typo.
Okay, so can we amend that typo?
Yep.
Change that. All right, did we vote on this? Yes, we did.
Yes, we're done.
Okay. All right,
Yes.
we open the public comment portion to anybody that wants to talk to us about things that we might or may not have jurisdiction over. We ask you to limit your comment to 5 minutes. Sid Bell,
Thank you.
Wading River. How you doing, Sid?
Good, good. Over the weekend on Saturday, there were two young men who drowned in Wading River, an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old, in the Wading River Creek area. Now, this is not the first such kind of incident to take place around the creek area, and unfortunately, it probably isn't going to be the last. Those of us who live in Wading River and have lived there for a number of years know that the Wading River Creek is a very deceptive body of water. Just before coming to the town board meeting, I stopped over watching this guy, launch his kayak, and sometimes it can be very treacherous, and sometimes it can be, even deadly. I think the time is due. In fact, I think the time is long past due for the town to install some type of signage, alerting folks, particularly people who aren't from our area.
We had them, Sid. I went down the other day because somebody was complaining about a fence that hasn't been erected, but might get erected. We had signs put up right after the last incident.
Right.
And Jill and I haven't reconnected. We will have the signs put back up. They probably came down during
Right.
storm tides.
Okay.
And there were
That's
no swimming. I don't know. If it was
no
swimming.
waiting.
Yeah, it
okay.
was-
I have some examples here.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Jill, but it's unfortunate. Obviously, it's not a foolproof thing to have them, but just such a waste.
When I walked down there the other day, I realized the signs were gone that we had put up. And we'll probably have to check them every year because they're probably gone after every summer.
And
every
I
winter.
would suggest also that you do it ASAP, as soon as possible, because people, Labor Day, everything's gone, the season is over.
Right.
People will continue to fish and go down there. Thank you.
Sal, how you doing?
Quick question. When do the water rates go up?
August 1st.
In the middle of the quarter?
No, that was the first day of the billing cycle.
It was retroactive. We adopted the resolution retroactive to August 1st.
I don't recall the words in the resolution being retroactive to any
You'll see it
date.
on your bill.
I just want to know if it's going to be at the beginning of a quarter.
It's going to be at the beginning of the billing cycle. It's not the quarter, it's the billing cycle.
Okay, thank you.
So we're capturing the whole cycle. All right, if nobody else wishes to be heard, can I get a motion?
I make a motion, we close the town board meeting. So moved.
Love you, see you guys next week.
All right. Moved and moved and seconded. That vote, please. All in favor, aye. Opposed, abstentions. We're adjourned. Chris Kempton, she might want these back.